50. The last present in the bag. It was the end of a long, magical night. The first hint of dawn was beginning to paint the sky in pale shades of pink and orange. Santa Claus and Rudolph landed the sleigh softly back on the snows of the North Pole. The great Christmas journey of the year was over. "Well done, my friend," Santa chuckled, patting Rudolph's warm, glowing nose. "Another perfect year. Every child visited, every present delivered. The sleigh was light, the enormous red bag completely flat and empty." Santa let out a contented sigh, stretching his tired back. The elves ran out from the workshop, cheering and bringing hot cocoa for their hero. "Welcome back, Santa," they shouted. Was the bag completely empty? "As empty as a drum, Barnaby," Santa declared proudly. "A perfect delivery." Just then, a tiny elf named Elara, who was in charge of cleaning the sleigh, let out a small squeak. Mr. Santa, sir." She was holding something up. It was one small present. 'Twas wrapped in simple brown paper, tied with a plain twine bow. The tag on it was smudged, but you could just make out one word: "To Thomas." The cheering stopped. Santa's rosy cheeks went pale. "A present? Left over? That is impossible. I checked the list. I checked it twice. There is no Thomas on the main delivery route who is missed." Barnaby rushed over and grabbed the smudged tag. His eyes went wide with realization. "Oh, Santa. Oh, this is not good. This isn't a Thomas from the list. Look at the return address." Santa looked closer. The tag wasn't from the North Pole. It was to the North Pole. It was a present for him. This is from Thomas Miller," Barnaby exclaimed. "The old lighthouse keeper. The one who lives all alone on the tiny rock island in the North Sea. We don't have a file for him. He's not a child. We just fly over him." Santa's heart sank. He remembered. Every year, for 50 years, as the sleigh flew over the icy North Sea, a powerful beam of light from a tiny, lonely lighthouse would flash up at them, sweeping the sky in greeting. It was old Thomas, guiding them, wishing them well. And they had never once stopped. "He's not on the list," Santa whispered, a deep sadness in his voice. "He was never on the list." He took the small, simple package. He had flown over Thomas's lighthouse not 2 hours ago. The old man had probably watched the sleigh fly past, just as he always did, expecting nothing. "The sun is rising, Santa," Rudolph said gently, his nose dimming. "The magic is fading. We can't make it back there now. It's too late." Santa stood in the snow, holding the forgotten gift. It felt heavier than all the toys in the world. "No," Santa said, his voice quiet but firm. "It is never too late to be kind." He looked at the workshop. "Barnaby, get me the emergency reserve." The elves gasped. The emergency reserve was a small one-reindeer sleigh powered by a single powerful magic crystal. It was meant only for dire situations, like a lost elf or a sleigh breakdown. It was very fast, but it could only hold its magic for a few minutes after sunrise. "You'll be racing the sun, Santa," Barnaby cried. "Then I'd best not waste time," Santa said. He grabbed a fresh bag and began stuffing it. He put in a new, warm wool blanket, a giant tin of Mrs. Claus's best shortbread, a new pipe, and a year's supply of coffee. He hitched Rudolph to the small emergency sleigh. "Just you and me, old friend. One last stop." They shot off into the rising sun. They flew faster than they had ever flown, the magic crystal glowing bright red against the morning light. They streaked across the sky, a final Christmas comet. They landed on the tiny, windswept rock just as the sun broke the horizon. Thomas, an old man with a beard as white as Santa's, was in the lantern room, polishing the giant lens. He heard the landing, looked out, and his jaw dropped. Santa Claus himself was walking toward him, carrying a bulging sack. "Thomas," Santa said, his voice kind. I believe you have a present for me." Thomas was speechless. He just nodded, his eyes wide, and handed Santa the small brown paper parcel. Santa opened it. Inside was a simple hand-carved wooden reindeer, worn smooth with age. "I made it when I was a boy," Thomas whispered, finding his voice. "I always hoped, but I knew you were busy." Santa's eyes twinkled. "I am very busy, but I am never too busy for a friend. And you, Thomas, have been a friend to me every single year, guiding my way. I believe I have a few things for you." Santa gave Thomas the bag of gifts, and the old man's eyes filled with tears. As the sun rose fully, Santa and Rudolph took off, the emergency sleigh's magic almost gone. They made it back to the North Pole just as the crystal faded. From that year on, the Great List had a new, permanent name on it, right at the top: Thomas Miller, Lighthouse Keeper. Status: extra nice.